back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. In this video, we are going to be doing a comparison between the 511 Select Carry Pistol Pouch and the Southwest Holsters Gunslinger. Since we've done reviews on both of these pouches, people have been asking which is the better of the two to own. So we're going to be checking that out and testing it out. Now guys, a quick legal disclaimer. We have the potential to move from normal zones to gun-free zones in this video. Because we're in the public space, I want to unequivocally state that at no point do myself or Michelle confirm that we are carrying firearms in these pouches. We understand that these pouches are capable of carrying firearms, and that in the past I've reviewed them for carrying firearms, but in this particular video we do not confirm that we are carrying firearms in them. Whenever moving into gun-free zones, or as I like to call them, victim selection areas, try to, as often as possible, obey the law, or you should always obey the law, and you should always do what's right to secure the safety of your family. Our aim is to find a particular place. We're going to be walking to a particular place in the hope that we can find it and show you guys this really cool place. If we can, that'll be great. If we can't, then it is what it is if we can't find it. This is a 2-bedroom with great views here in Cape Town. This is going for 25,000 rand a month.
I love it. Can we move in?
No, we can't.
I think this is the dream home.
With very unique artwork as well. So I personally hate this hiking business. I can't stand, but I can't leave Michelle alone, because Michelle is like one of those children that will go into a van if she sees, yeah, look at this.
Just come see this little bug.
What? Can you do me a favor? Can you just take 2 steps backwards?
Okay. But just come see.
You're a child. Is it brightly colored?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Can you just?
I want to see if I can walk
Yes,
on my
that's
hand.
nice. Just step back. You know why things are brightly colored? Why are they brightly colored?
Because God made them beautiful.
No, because they are poisonous. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I must come along on these things, even when I don't want to come along on them. So, something that Michelle and I do quite often is, well, I can't even say quite often, but when we do hike, which is what I try to avoid at all costs, we try to keep like a little separation from a security standpoint, right? If someone jumps out of these woods, so there's 5 of them, it's a lot harder for them to control or dominate both myself and Michelle and the distance between us. So I will generally walk at the back. If Michelle gets attacked, then I'm at the back and I have some separation to be able to react. If I get attacked, Michelle's in front and she has some separation to defend. So we've been walking now for what seems like 4 days, and I don't think we're any closer to finding what we're looking for. We are looking for something that we aren't 100% sure how to find, so we are definitely carrying more gear than what we would ordinarily if we were just going to come walk in case we get lost, which is not beyond the realm possibility because I'm a city kid. But yeah, we've probably been walking now for about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm done with this. And look what's ahead. Gotta climb this mountain now. I hope you guys appreciate the gravity of this shot. We had to walk up this hill to set up the camera on top there, and then come back down this hill, and then walk back up this hill. This is doing this Oscar-winning level cinematography and effort levels. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I won't. Does look cool.
Any ideas? Anyone in the comments? Is this edible? Doesn't look like it.
Some have like black and green, and
Yeah.
others have yellow.
It's dodgy. I don't trust it. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to film this. Sorry about the light situation. Update on comfort. I'll go first. I'm obviously carrying this pack with a backpack. Both of us are carrying our packs with a backpack. And for me personally, I'm comfortable. Like, I have no issues. I'm definitely carrying less gear than Michelle because Michelle's bag is bigger. So there's that to consider. What about you?
Okay, comfort-wise for me so far, perfectly fine, very normal for me because the Gunslinger is a bag I use day to day. Like when I'm off to the fabric shop or any sort of mission, the Gunslinger is what I use to keep all my essentials. So far, it's feeling just like any other day. So I'm very comfortable. I'm good to go.
Also, this is how much of a city kid I am. I had a mild stroke. If I had an Apple Watch now, they would be sending out the
Emergency services.
yeah, because I saw the reflection of my lens. Literally just the reflection. I thought it was like an animal running across. I thought maybe it was like a mountain lion or a Komodo dragon or a chupacabra. And
What would you have done?
I would have passed away. So, to my archaeological friends, what causes this almost perfect round indentation in this rock? Like, it's not natural, and we've seen it in a few rocks.
Okay.
There's more of it.
Look at that one there.
Look at that. Let's see if I can zoom in. What causes those round holes? Paradise was an outpost of the Dutch East India Trading Company built in early decades of the 18th century. It housed the master woodcutter, the company official responsible for protecting the valuable timber and resources of Table Mountain, apart from the woodcutter's own family and slaves, which have been slashed out. A small garrison of soldiers was also based here, occupying the outbuilding further down the slope at the very end of the 18th century. The house was used briefly by Lady Anne Barnard and her husband Andrew. Because of Anne Barnard's descriptions of Paradise in her diary, the site has become known rather inappropriately as Lady Anne Barnard's cottage.
In the 18th century, Cape walls were often built combinations of stone and brick. Foundations and lower courses of stone helped limit damp and were a firm base for the heavy timber work and thatch of the roof. Bricks varied greatly in quality. Some, known as clinkers, were imported from the Netherlands as ship's ballast. Others were made in local brickyards. The gable wall was built entirely in stone, probably because it took the full brunt of the southeasterly winds whistling around Table Mountain. The slots for beams are still visible.
This outbuilding housed the Paradise garrison, men in the service of the Dutch East India Company who mounted armed patrols of the Table Mountain forests. Life under the company was harsh, poor pay, poor rations and brutal discipline. But for many who enlisted for the service in Amsterdam, the alternative was starvation in the economically depressed cities and countryside of Europe. Although archaeological work started at Paradise in the early 1980s, much remains to be discovered. This building was an outhouse, probably a stable, and has yet to be fully excavated. Archaeologists usually try to leave some parts of sites intact as a cultural resource for the future. Okay, so we've reached the halfway point. We found Paradise, which was very cool. We had a small break, something to eat. We're going to head back now, which is where we're going to switch packs. You can go first on how you feel.
So I think with us like chilling and relaxing now and taking the backpack off my back, I can feel the weight of this. I'm used to it, but obviously with the exhaustion and everything, I can feel almost a bit of a strain on my right shoulder on this side because of the weight. So I'm quite keen to see and feel the difference with the 511 pack.
Guys, this is the Norwegian long-nosed leopard. Extremely dangerous. Only 4 of these left in the world, and there's 2 of them here. So we're taking our lives into our hands now to bring you this footage. These end up growing 17 feet long, and I've actually seen one pick up and drop a Toyota Hilux. Apparently it was a Ford Lover. So we're heading back. It's been about 25-30 minutes since we switched packs. From my side, I can definitely say that I can feel the added weight of the Gunslinger, but then again, Michelle has more things in her Gunslinger than what I have in the 511 pouch. We do just want to reiterate once again, at no point are we saying that we are actually carrying firearms in these pouches. They are simply weighted. What you put in there is up to you. I feel like this strap digs in a lot more than this one, but you can see that this one is actually much thicker, and I think that's the difference. Your thoughts?
A whole lot lighter. I would definitely recommend this one if you were doing maybe hiking,
Like an
high
activity.
intensity,
Yeah.
you're sprinting, you need to get somewhere fast.
And you're not carrying too much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel a difference. It's almost like I feel like I'm not actually carrying anything. I can literally only feel my backpack, nothing in front. So with regards to weight,
And comfort.
winner in that regard.
I have to be honest though, girl is thick,
Oppie.
solid leads.
What you say?
Three stumps. Any ideas for what this is?
And can I take it home and make it my pet? It's cute.
Is it natural? Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
it's a mushroom.
type of fungus kind of deal.
Can I-
Can you? No, you can't. You can't. You can just stand back there and do nothing.
But I
you can
almost-
look at it with your eyes.
I just want to say, I almost feel like somebody did poke it.
yeah,
Do you
but
see there?
you're not going to be that person.
Yeah.
Michelle, get back on the track. Get back on the track.
I was just looking at a pretty flower.
Look with your eyes. So guys, we've completed what felt like a, what is it, like a 3-day? Definitely at least more than 1 day. Before we do the verdict, Michelle's going to do the verdict. If you are a patron, you will know that this week and for the remaining few weeks, we're going to be giving away 1,000 Rand to 2 separate patrons. In February, we're also going to be giving away weekly prizes, and in March, we're giving away a Canik Meta SF, like the one I had. If you want to join on Patreon, it's the first link in the video description below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, it's the first comment. Before we do the verdict, let's switch the view and give away that money. Okay guys, so those of you who follow the channel will know what this is. This is a list of our active patrons. I'm going to copy all these names and then copy them into a name randomizer. Now guys, I am going to be drawing 2 names today because we are giving 1,000 Rand to 2 separate patrons. And just a reminder, this is sort of a pay it forward type thing. If you can pay it forward and you don't need this money, if you are wealthy or by the means, please consider letting me know and I will redo the draw, and maybe someone who absolutely desperately needs it will get it. But again, if you win, it's yours, so please enjoy it. So we've randomized the order of those 299 names, and as you can see here, there are 299 patrons. I'm then going to copy the numbers that correspond to those names and paste them into a random wheel of names. And just scroll to the bottom because there's always an extra space here that I want to remove. So 299 entries, I'm going to shuffle them and click to spin, and the number this lands on is going to be the winner of the first 1,000 Rand, and it is number 272. So I'm going to remove 272. Let's go see who 272 is. 272 is going to be Brian Farrell. So well done to you, Brian. You are the winner of the first 1,000 Rand. And this spin is going to be for the winner of the second 1,000 Rand. Remember, I'm going to be doing this every week for the next few weeks. We're going to be giving away weekly prizes for the next, I think, month and a half or 2 months until we give away the Meta SF. So number 145, let's remove that and see who 145 is. Martin Berger. So well done to you guys. You guys have 1,000 and each. I'll make contact with you on Patreon, get your details, and we can go forward. Let's switch the view and we can end off.
Okay, so my verdict between these two bags, the 511 and the Gunslinger. If you were to do high intensity training, cycling, gymming, that kind of vibe, and you want lightweight and to carry the bare minimum. Now, I'm not saying we are carrying firearms or it's solely for carrying a firearm, but if you were.
Yeah, if you wanted to carry just a firearm.
Correct. Then the 511 is the winner. However.
Can I just say?
Okay.
Also, because we both discussed this,
shoulder
the padding
strap
on the shoulder strap of the 511 is much nicer than the shoulder strap of the Gunslinger.
Yes. But what I like and why I choose the Gunslinger is because, again, if you are carrying a fire, I'm not saying that we are, but if you are, you can even carry more things because there's more pockets and pouches and space for more stuff. So
I think what we're getting at here is the 511 is more comfortable, right? But the Gunslinger can do what the 511 can do and more. But the 511 can't necessarily do everything the Gunslinger can do.
Yeah.
So it's her verdict because she carries a lot of stuff, right? And I think for a woman it's different for a man because for a woman women generally don't have all the pockets. You know, if you're going hiking or anything, if you're doing something active as a man, you generally have pockets. Whereas women doing stuff active, they generally don't have pockets, so they might need something that has more storage.
Yeah.
That being said, for carrying the bare minimum and doing high intensity stuff, I still would lean. Even now, like the 511 was way more comfortable than the Gunslinger. Also, if you're going to be carrying it long distances, maybe the Gunslinger is better. But again, it's going to depend on what you want to put in here. If you're putting a lot of gear, you can only go for the Gunslinger. If you're putting just the bare minimum, then the 511 is better.
So it really is activity based, right?
It's personal based. Yeah.
It's what you're going to be doing for the day and then taking that into account.
Guys, that is it. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. Don't forget to join on Patreon if you want to get in the competitions. We will see you next week for another gear review. Do you want to say it?
Have a good week. Be safe. Train hard. Cheers. God bless.